As the audio's clicked,
Yep.
so we should be good to go.
Beautiful.
Okay, welcome to the final session of the ANZCRL Combined Racing League's Daytona 24 Hours. The fourth time of running, and we've got a very hot field of of LMP2 cars, all 5 cars on the lead up. Joining me for the final session, we've got Huds. How are you, Huds?
Good, mate. Yeah, looking forward to this one.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely going to be exciting. We've got obviously the 5 LMP2 cars all on the same lap.
Yep.
Outstanding times by everyone. We've got obviously Simo Racing 4 in the number 3 NVRR racing team. It's actually been the standout of the LMP2 cars all race.
Yep.
We'll be going at the drop of the flag. They got their formation lap. And then 15 seconds behind will be when Sato releases. 21 seconds Weary Night will be released from the pit limiter.
Yep.
And Dado Racer 57 and 59 seconds from Nürburgring. So the battle's right through the field there. Anything can happen. You've got the 5 Balti Motorsport of Dado and myself, Woody Lizard. We're still within striking distance for a podium, as is the number 11 K-Max Motorsports of Metal Drive, 05 and Nürburgring. Outstanding. Then they might be able to pick up any pieces of any scraps for the top 3 there. And get into your class now in the GTEs, Huds.
Yep.
We've obviously got
Dark racing.
the 91 Porsche. Yeah, definitely. He's just taken the lead as it went daylight this morning, and overtook Commander Cirrus after he made a little mistake. So he's got about a 7-second wait, Commander Cirrus. And then on the same lap, your teammate Ski in that number 41 Pen Electron Motor Racing Ford GTLM got 58-second wait time. Looking pretty for a podium if all goes well.
Yep.
And then a bit further back now, we've got Lolux. Has to wait 5 minutes 21. Fairly long wait there. He's going to be motoring around at 60 kilometres an hour with his pit limiter engaged, keeping left of the track at all times, as will Tim and Jack. After Devil X ran out of fuel in the previous session in that 92 Porsche, which is a bit heartbreaking, but he's got 9 minutes and 19 seconds to wait. So, yeah, it's definitely race on for this final hour session, simulating 2 hours.
Absolutely.
And how you found the competition in that GTE class? It's been fairly strong.
Tough.
Yeah.
One word.
And you've got and these the LMP2 cars screaming down the back of you as well while you're racing must be very, very tough and nerve-wracking at the same time.
It gets a bit hairy at times, especially going into that turn 1. It can be a bit, yeah. But
yeah, definitely.
we got through it, and hopefully we can get a good result.
All right, so if we quickly go through the fuel, if you can, from Simo, bring up the HUD, and we'll go from Simo. If you can do the speedo for us, we should have around that 52, and go through the field. We've got Sato, should be on about full fuel. Yeah, and then Weary. Yeah, and then we'll go Dado, 64, and then Nürburgring. Beautiful. Then we go the Darky. Nice.
Okay.
Next one. Yeah, next one. Very good. 2 more to go. They should be full tanks, these 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. You take us through the start, mate. I'm just going to quickly post something on Facebook.
Okay.
The stream's live.
Yep. Here we go. Off he goes.
Yes, they've got a clear run. Sato's going to wait for that 7 seconds, so you can see you probably release the trigger about now. They've got a few of the guys here watching, and a lot of interest in this final session. We've had 5 hours and 5 hours, 1 minute and 57 seconds worth of racing, simulating 22 hours so far. we've got the last 2 hours here in a 1 hour session. And this is the big battle here. Commander Cirrus doing the battle. See if he can chase now his nemesis in Dark Racing 40. You can see the Porsche in front of him. A rabbit's dangling.
Yeah, he's pumped. He's pumped.
He's definitely pumped. And at this moment too, we've also got Dark Racing 40 has got the 142.240 official lap record. That was from the previous session. And during these little lunch break before he got back in, he believes that he reckons he can go faster again. So definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. The biggest thing is fuel. Can they make it in the 1 hour session? And there's talk of the LMP2 cars being able to manage 38 laps. Usually we get about 37 laps, but the pace is so quick tonight, this afternoon, that there's talk that Simo may get that NVRR racing team number 3 Ligier onto the 38th lap before the time's out. And that'll be a sensational
effort if he
time
does
if he does.
Yeah.
It's going to throw a lot of spanner in the works for the GT cars, because some of them are hedging their bets to only do the not come in for fuel. They're saving fuel a little bit.
Yep.
Try and make that hour session. We know one car, your car, that is in ski, he's definitely going to have to pit. He's had to start with half of a fuel tank roughly.
Yep. Yep.
Just over half.
He's happy with that. Keep the car nice and light.
And the guys are going to have to be careful, as we know, between Lolux and also Tim and Jack in that Porsche. They're motoring around still at that 60 kilometres an hour, as you can see there. Keeping left, as the rules state.
Yep. That must be tedious. Doing that for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're doing a good job.
Yep.
That's the rules exactly. And as we always say, 6 hours worth of racing, everyone behind them, and finishing this race is an achievement in its own.
Yep.
And Dark Racing has already got a penalty. So the P51 Sim Sports Racing GT Corvette, they'll be rubbing their hands together seeing that. I'd say there'll be a 2-second penalty, probably cutting the bus stop. If you bring up timings there for us at all, we may just see that that come up quickly.
Where are we? Oh yeah.
I think it's bottom right there. We got 2 seconds.
2
for Darky.
seconds. Nerves?
Oh, I reckon it would be nerves. Yes,
Yep.
pushing hard.
Yep.
Definitely. I'm really interested to see what Sato can do. He's 11 seconds behind. He jumped 15 seconds off. They obviously gain a little bit because they're still motoring at that pit limit. So the 15 seconds at the start, but by the time he gets going, he's probably a bit less because he's still making that distance before he starts. It's not a standstill start. But yeah, he's got pressure, obviously, knowing Weary Knight's got a very fast car. In the other P51 Sim Sports in the LMP2 class. That car looks sensational in the night. That actually becomes a real goldy colour, the yellow, at night. Tell us, Huds, when you had a drive in the night, was it?
Yeah, I did the third session. It's difficult. I think it was like half and half, or something like that. Half daylight, half night. It's just the apexes, especially in coming through the bus stop. You just lose it, and yeah, it's difficult to judge. Lap after lap, sort of thing.
How good was the sunrise this morning? It was beautiful, wasn't it?
Looked
beautiful
fantastic.
day here in Daytona, the Motor Speedway complex. Bit heavy cloud over at the moment. Over the track will be giving these guys probably a good track surface. Actually, the track not too hot, and the tyres should be gripping up fairly well. And cloud cover is sort of lingering around the out in the horizon. Looks like it's getting a little bit You know, a bit more cloud cover, so we could see some more overcast skies a little bit later near the end of the race.
What will that do to track conditions? Just to be a bit slippier?
Yeah, it could be a bit slippy. It could also, that overcast, as we know, normally holds the heat into the ambient temperature, normally holds up, doesn't it?
Yep.
So with this, the sun's still shining through at the moment, as Tim has probably elected just to go through the pits there. He probably got caught up a little bit, so gets out of the way.
I think they spoke about that before the race, just to get out of the way, wasn't it?
Yeah, out of turn one's way. We might just have a look at Commander Cirrus and just see what's he got there. About 4 seconds now on to Darky. And take that 2 seconds away, that penalty that Darky got. That's only 2 seconds.
He's right
so,
there.
Here we go.
Game on.
So we'll also keep an eye also on Dado. At the moment, we've also Nürburger. There, I think Dado's was having a few little dramas with his steering wheel inside that cockpit. We heard.
Yeah.
So finding it tough around these banking curves of these corners. Wheel really shuddering on it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's okay. We just heard up from Illogical, that little bottom screen. If you want to keep that up, he said that wasn't too bad that you had up before you turned off the speedo there, Huds.
Timings.
I think that's, yeah, whatever that one is. No, not that one, the other one. I think it's splits. I think it is.
Okay, yeah.
Just that one there. Just keeps an eye on actually the leading, the leading four or five.
Yep.
At the moment, as we know, Darky's there fourth at the moment, but obviously they're a number of laps down in the live results of the game. We started off with 185 laps we'd completed so far, and the leading GT had done 173 laps. Pace is definitely very fast at the moment. Look at the 34s, the first three, all in 34s in the LMP2s, absolutely flying. So those conditions, Huds, are probably suiting those LMP2s at this stage. Weary Knight chasing down Sado. Less than 3 seconds. Probably not that view. Yeah, I think the viewers have enjoyed the onboard camera on the roof of this Corvette. Sounds very meaty. We might just do a lap around on board. Bring up the speedo there so everyone can see what's coming up. Sort of applications and everything. You can sort of see how they trail brake a little bit in the corner, full brakes, and then they're modulating about half brake throttle as they turn it in and release.
He's pushing hard. So is Darky.
Oh well. Yeah, they're both doing whatever the last time.
42.7s, 42.9.
Yeah, the high 42s. It's pretty impressive times early on with full tanks as well.
Yeah. Well, late braking.
These they've got that Corvette handling the bust up curves perfect. Not jumping around.
No. Very stable.
So I think we can be expecting Weary Night to come in probably in the next 10 minutes, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe just under, probably about 8 minutes. I don't know.
Well, if he runs it close like he did, was it last night when he had 100 mils left?
Oh, it was unbelievable, mate. Yeah, he had a shot glass worth of fuel in that fuel tank.
Yeah.
I tell you what, mate, there'll be shots lined up on the bar if he can bring this home for victory, though, in this P51 Sim Sports Ligier Nissan. They've been there or thereabouts all race. They've had a few little hiccups, but definitely been on the pace.
Yeah, he's
most of the race.
He's just quick in everything he gets in, isn't he?
Yeah, first session didn't go to plan as such, but yeah, they've been building on it ever since.
Darky's just pulled out 7.5 seconds. Oh, sorry. No, he hasn't. 4.5.
As we've got Dark Racing just there in front of Dado. This will get Dado back into 4th position. So he's now cleared all the GTE cars after the start. So he's now got Weary Nights in his sights, and that's all he's got to think about. And fuel strategy is going to be a key. Obviously, Weary needing to pit a little bit earlier. He started with 46 litres, whereas Dado had 65 litres. And Nürburger, if we have a little look at Nürburger maybe, in that K-Max Ligier, he's started with 57 litres, so he's going to be pitting just after Weary Night, probably about 2 laps after Weary. Maybe keep on Nürburger there. He's just going to clear one of those GTE cars. And very tight there into the Western Horseshoe. I'd say Commander Sirius will be trying to tuck in there. The LMP2 car will leave him for dead, but he'll try and get that little toe if he could. And then once Nürburger overtakes Darky, he's cleared of all the GTE cars. Coming in red hot into the bus stop.
Do it easy, the top guys, don't they?
Oh, well, I don't know about doing it easy, but they make it look easy.
Make it look easy, that's for sure. The car looks a lot more stable than what... yeah.
It's just the steering inputs as well, and they're just confident in their braking and their turn-ins and all that sort of stuff. So as Simo's running up wide. I noticed that he was running there in the night session too. In session 2, he'd like to run up fairly wide, up high, to start his 195th lap. Boys, there's some of the people in the chat just wondering if Darky will need a pit. Well, it's going to be very close. It just depends how hard he's pushing, as some are saying. And then, Weary, here he is. He's coming now. He still had fuel, so obviously he's just going to go full tanks. No, he's going to get to the finish with that full tank now. But I tell you what, he's going to be cutting it fine. There's still 44 minutes remaining, or 45 minutes remaining, and if we go into a extra lap, which we're predicting at the pace of Simo, he's going to have come in for another splash and dash. This could be a mistake from the P51 Sim Sport team. Your thoughts on that one, Hards?
I trust him.
You trust him?
Given what
Well,
he did last
yeah,
night, I think he
with
knows.
the shot glass.
I think he knows more than us. So it's going to be
Well,
close.
it could
Yeah.
be a stroke of genius
Yeah.
call there by the team. We just don't know. So they're hedging their bets on it only being a 37 lap session, which is a big call. I'd say now, obviously, we've got, I guess, Timmy and Lolux are now obviously well and truly into the race now. They've been able to be released, so that's number 40, the 53-notch motorsport car we're watching now for Lolux. He'll be at least enjoying now being out full throttle without that pit limiter on, and knowing he can now just charge to the end. Get his name on the record books as finishing the race, which is always good.
It's an achievement in itself, isn't it? Yeah.
It definitely is, yeah. That's why a lot of our members come back for more in these ones. They're a hard one to win. The race gets stronger and stronger.
I think they're a hard one to finish personally. Given this is my first full endurance race, it was just, it was hard. Really hard.
And we've just had talk from pit lane that the reason why Weary was in, he had a little bit of an incident with ski, unfortunately. So that's why they've had to come in for a bit of damage repair. He knows that any damage that hurts their top end speed is going to be costly. So they've decided that they're going to risk this 37 lap prediction. Ski's car, your car, Hutch, seems to be okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he was just trying to avoid him and maybe had a little bit of a spin. I don't know. It looks like the rear end of that car maybe a little bit damaged, the right rear. But the game can show these little things and nothing's really wrong with it. But I think Commander's serious. I think he's just biding his time. I think he's just settling in, just staying with Darky.
You talk about fuel. Is that enough fuel to get him to the end or not?
Oh, it's going to be close. I think the Corvette's uses a little bit more fuel.
Bit thirsty, isn't it?
Yeah, I know the Fords can normally do the hour session, but that Corvette, I think he's going to have to pit. I think that's what he's also trying to do. Also, is pressure Darky to just push that little bit harder too, to make sure that Porsche burns more fuel than what it really needs to.
Yeah.
As we got the leader of the race coming up to lap Darky again. So we've got the leader of the LMP2 class lapping the leader of the GTE class. Runs right up on the wall again. You don't want to be stuck on that. That's sort of like a suction cup, cap, and it sucks you in. People are asking who we've got. The talented HUDs we've got actually here in the booth with us tonight.
I don't know about talented, but yeah, thanks.
Hey, we're all talented.
We're here.
That's it. We're breathing.
Yep.
We're enjoying ourselves, and what an event this has been over a full 24-hour period in real life for ourselves, but only 6 hours worth of racing. But we started 3 p.m. yesterday. We're just a little bit behind schedule. It'll just be after 3 by the time we finish tonight. This afternoon. But what an event it's for the ANZCRL Combined Racing League Xbox crew. And here we go, the two teammates. We might just stay on this because you might see a little wave or a little bit of a yep, the old one finger salute. The old, not the rude finger, but the old country style. You know how you're going. One finger up. There you go. could do his bit for the team there and maybe get in front of Darky and just slow him up a little bit. Check him up into a corner on the braking zone.
The brake testing, yeah.
They're a bit too professional for that though.
Yeah.
Running their own race.
Yep.
Where he's still in the hunt.
Oh.
You know, Sadow's gonna have to pit as well. Probably in the next, probably just 10 minutes, I'd say. We should see Sadow pitting. I reckon Dado will be pitting very shortly too. We'll have before Dado it'll actually be Nürburger if he hasn't already pitted. So Nürburger's still just on the lead lap with a 2-second penalty as well, and we've also got 2-second penalty for Commander Cirrus, so that's even now for the guys.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter what happens now, it's actually a live race for those two. As long as they stay being good boys for the rest of the race. I don't know if you saw, but session 2, when we went from the afternoon into the early hours of Sunday morning, the boys decided to get really cheeky, and there was the red flags come up everywhere. Everyone was getting penalties. I think there was only 3 drivers that ended up finishing the race without a penalty. They all thought that the track officials won't see them cutting the bus stop, I think, with the night, but they were all standing there with their night vision and they could really see where those cars were flicking up too much dirt, I think. So Sadow, 26 seconds now behind Simo. He's sort of dropped a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, Simo's cleared off, hasn't he?
Dropped a bit of time. Yeah.
He'll be pitting though.
You know, 34.8, and Sadow with a 37, and Dado a 38, Nürburger on a 36.
But Sadow's, he hasn't got enough fuel to get to the end, has he? No.
No, they all got to pit roughly, they only get roughly 42 minutes, and that's what I was saying about Weary Night when he came in with 44 minutes still remaining. It's, you know, with a bit of fuel conserve, and he will get to the finish, but if it goes to that extra lap, he's got Buckley's of getting to the end.
Yeah.
I love that car. It's got a long, strong history here at the Daytona 24 Hours, piloted by Shads previously. Known as the Cobalt Motorsport car. He won 2 back-to-back Daytona 24s, the first 2 that we ever run, and then I think he picked up a 2nd or a 3rd, I think it was last year. So they're out at the game at the moment. They're fighting, I think, honestly, for at this stage where they're at and with their fuel, for maybe a 2nd or a 3rd.
Yeah, I think he'll be pushing for a 2nd. Pushing really hard.
Well, he was only, it's hard to tell what the sort of the live gap is between him and Sadow in a way, because they were only 6 seconds off each other when they started.
Sadow's just done a 34.7. He's just upped it.
Yeah, I guess they're getting involved in a little bit of GTE traffic as well. Cirrus now is really getting closer to Darky, I think. He's starting to put some big times in. Sadow's splitting the 2 at the moment between him and Darky.
Still about the same. It's about 4 seconds, roughly.
Yeah.
Give or take. So it's sort of stayed that distance for most of the race.
It has, yeah. I think if he's going to try and push that Porsche a little bit harder, he needs to try and get on the bumper though of it. So he'll be trying to squeeze every little bit out of that Corvette that he can. that fuel load in that Corvette now will probably be seeing some nice quick times coming out of it too. I reckon we'll start seeing a few 42s constantly from Cirrus.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a dilemma though with the fuel, isn't he? Quick splash and dash. So
Yeah, right, Huds, yeah.
Darky would have to pit, or do you think he'll be okay?
Well, he'll definitely have to pit if we go that one extra lap, but depending where he is to that LMP2 car, if the LMP2 car has lapped him,
Yep.
you know, his race might be, depending where it is when that LMP2 finishes as well, so where he might be. So he may not have to do that extra lap, who knows. Oh, this is a battle. Nürburger's caught up to Dado. Nice camera work. Nürburger will actually have to be pitting before Dado. So Nürburger's trying to make... Oh, he's running very wide. He might just escape getting a penalty there. He's already had one. Dado currently running third in the motor race. Nürburger should be able to run probably another 2 more laps. They're running roughly just under 3 litres, I think it is, or around 3 litres a lap.
Oh, he's
really late.
nice, yeah.
Oh, look at the rear, wanting to rotate then. You can see that on that camera. Nice tight line. Look at the distance he made up on Dado there. Beautiful line into the international hairpin. Definitely put that pressure on Dado right now. He wants to get him. He looks like he has. If we go that camera view now, trackside, you may just see how close they are. He tried to cut inside of Dado, and he's just been didn't have their the confidence that Dado was there. But he's made that move stick. Dado's let the throttle off, I'd say. Didn't want to get involved. Also knowing that Dado's got a little time penalty, Dado will be aware of that as well at the same time. So we missed Simo. Simo went in the pit, so we missed that, mate. So he's actually gone in the pit, so he's filled up. So Saudo's actually the leader of the motor race. And he'll be wanting to jump out in front of...
he's going to have to put some fast laps in, isn't he? Really
oh, yeah,
laps.
But he'll be looking at Nürburger, where Nürburger is. He's going to have to pit again.
Yep.
But he's still got to pit. Nürburger and Dado still have to pit as well. So they're a fair way down the road at the moment. And it's not long. Weary now will be fighting for 4th position, which is a live change for position to Dado. Keep an eye on the timings here, but we might just want to have a quick look at see how maybe some of the GTE cars are going. Oh, what's we got? Nürburger 2 minutes.
4 seconds.
Cirrus has now got 4 seconds, so that's going to be costly now. That carrot that Darky's dangling at the rear of that Porsche is really sucking Commander Cirrus in. He's pushing a little bit too hard. Oh, it's the leading...
Simo.
Oh, it's not Simo, it was, yeah. Car coming second. How's that number 91 Porsche going as well? We always we just see ski running the grass there. So Nürburger's in for the pits. He's had to come in now. He's got his fuel done. Should be maybe a bit of damage getting repaired. They don't normally have to change tyres in an hour session unless he thinks he needs to get them on just to try and push. A sprint to the end now. 28 minutes remaining. As we're on our reached now 205 laps in this motor race. So he's doing all he can do here at the moment.
How many laps can he get? There's 28 minutes left. That is 17 litres. What are you using per lap?
About 3 litres a lap.
3 litres. So he can get
so
what?
You've got about
5.
another 6 laps. Oh, not even 5 laps.
5
yeah,
laps
5 laps
tops.
to be safe. Yeah. So he should be on. We should see him in the lane about on lap 210.
Yeah.
That's the live laps, but on this race here, we'll be looking at probably 25 laps.
And how much fuel would he put in roughly? 30? 25?
Oh, yeah, probably around about, yeah,
35.
just under 40 litres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the...
Oh, he's run wide there.
What would be the projected time if he doesn't have damage or he doesn't change the tyres?
About 20 seconds roughly.
20 seconds?
Stand time. Yeah, but then he's got the transition through the pits as well.
Yeah, of course. So there's another, what, 15? 20?
Yeah, you could say 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're probably right, 35 seconds roughly.
So Simo would then take the lead, obviously. Take back the lead.
Yeah, but obviously the run to the end as well is going to be very close. You don't know in this little period too if Simo gets held up or anything happens.
Closed right up.
I think word's got to now to Cirrus that, with that 2-second extra penalty over Darker, he's got to run. He can't keep sitting behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, boy.
There's Nürburger there in the background. Dado will probably be due into the pits too very shortly, I'd say, with Weary Knight also has obviously taken 3rd place in this motor race as well. Or we'd have to ask Jeddo about how much fuel the Corvette. There we go, 2.55 litres per lap roughly for the Corvette, we've been told.
So not enough. Needs to make a quick splash and dash, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming deep. He's got that rear.
No.
He's smoking. He's flipped. And we've got the Nürburger hit him. Go onto the track camera if you can. Sorry, Huds. So Nürburger, that's going to be costly for Nürburger too. He's been chasing. He's in a battle with for Dado for 4th position. So you might see Commander Cirrus in pit lane this lap.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yep.
Now's as good a time.
You can't fault Cirrus for giving it a go though.
No.
He had to do what he had to do. He had to really challenge Dark Racing in that Porsche. but we could see history here if it all pans out. We've got the possibility of seeing last year's winners in class swapping around to take victory.
Yeah.
So we had the Simo Racing and Highlander win the GTE class in the Chip Ganassi Ford last year, and we had Dark Racing 40 and Gear 3 Gaming win the LMP2 class. And as you can see at the moment, we've got Dark Racing leading class in the GTE with Gear 3 Gaming in the Porsche. And at the moment, Simo in second, but looking very pretty. Simo, in second. He's looking pretty good to take this victory, all but if any issues with traffic or any car issues. Oh, and we missed that too with that Commander Cirrus. He actually broke the lap record with a 42.180 the last lap before he spun. So that's the way he was pushing.
Ooh.
He actually he's got the official lap record.
A quick one.
There we go. So he's got the fuel now. So now it depends where he pops out now, if he's got some traffic or if he's got a car that he can actually get a little bit of tow through. If he can get a little bit of a tow on some of these straights and get a little bit of a leg up. Because this also now could give Darky a false sense of security as well, now that he's be on his own. Won't have that pressure. He may just relax a little bit and it could come back and bite him as Dado's in the lane in the number 5 Balti Motorsport Honda. He's taking his little lot of fuel so he can get to the end, probably around about 50 litres, 40 litres or so. So we'll keep an eye on Darky's, well, I think all we have to really worry about Dark Racing is just to keep an eye on his lap times more than anything, Huds.
He'll surely have to come to the pits. If you'd be using 2.5, 2.7 per lap, over 20 minutes. My maths is not the best, but... Yeah,
well, history shows that the Porsche can make it to the end, but they usually have very minimal fuel after that hour. So, but that's with cars not pushing really hard. So that's what everyone was saying. That's what the Cirrus was trying to do, was push Darky. He might have pushed Darky enough to make sure that he does still have to pit. Yeah. So we don't know, but I think you're right, Huds. I think he may fall just a little bit short. I reckon he's gonna have to visit the lane.
10 litres.
Yeah, I think you're correct, mate. But if we can just have maybe look at the map, if that's possible, just select map, and we might just see where all the dots are. So currently, as you can see, we're just coming up into the Western Horseshoe with the arrow, and those white dots. So that's a leader of the motor race, as you can see, coming into the international hairpin. And Simo's 20 seconds behind, so you can see that's the white dot coming over the start-finish line. So that's where Simo is at the moment, coming into turn 1. So there's not that much there distance between the two, with Sado still needing a pit. Simo's done his pit stop. As some of the guys are saying now, I think they think that they need to test the fuel that the Porsche is running. They think that they're using a little bit too high octane. So he's definitely going to have to finish with some fuel so they can dip their test tube in. They might have to even do that with the NVRR team too, the number 3 LMP2 car. I mean, super quick, doing 34.7s again.
Skis out on a Sunday drive.
Yeah, it seems like it, but I think, maybe he's been checked up a little bit. So
I think he's just playing it safe.
So currently running third, so you're looking good there, obviously, in the podium. You haven't got a challenge at the back at the moment. Obviously, they're a lot further behind. Minute 40 to low lux.
Yeah. Just has to keep it going. That's what we spoke about. So
And probably just in a bit of fuel conserve mode. He's
Yep.
actually he's already pitted though for fuel, so he's good to go. So there goes Sato. He's coming out of the lane. He's done his pit. He's got his fuel to run. So we'll keep an eye on here because Simo's already taken off. You can see him now into the international hairpin. So the chase is on. We've got just under 19 minutes remaining, guys. Can Sato take the victory away from the NVRR team, racing team, who has not put their foot wrong all race? Sato, though, it's a different story for Sato. He's been in the walls, he's been in the tyre barriers, he's been caught out by some of the other lap cars as well. He's had a battle on his hands. Filled up with Nescafe, a solo driver of the event. Unfortunately, his teammate Dark Lord, his internet connection was not happy with him. So maybe if we could just quickly go and have a look at the fuel that Simo's running. We've got 36 in Sato's car and Simo's got 40. So both Nissan power plants, so they're good to go. The only question mark may be is if Sato may fall a little bit short and have
He's
to
going to
again.
fall.
If
Yeah, I'm going to say he's...
Oh, well, going by the numbers, I think he should be right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if that get into that extra lap, we just don't know. That car looked good at night. All you could see was the red, red front and the bit at the sides. It was fairly striking. There was some good vision coming out of the cameras during the night, and unfortunately we obviously had the problem with the stream in the third session with the early morning into the sunrise, which would have been magic on the proper telecast, but we had the ability to be able to stream that obviously on Facebook Live or something like that through a phone.
Yeah.
You've got to see the beautiful homewares of Dado Racing's interior design.
Yeah.
I think Highlander, I think we're checking where his fuel we can, but I think he's going to fall short. There's no question about it. Where he's going to have to pit again.
Yeah.
He's not going to make the end of this motor race, so Dado could be in a very possible, or I don't think so. He's a minute behind.
Yeah,
he's a minute behind.
Yeah.
Where he'll be able to come in and out before that is even a worry. A super effort by everyone involved here. 10 teams. We've still got the 10 cars running. The challenge of endurance racing, as you said, it's just an accomplishment just to finish the race.
Yeah.
Build on all that experience for the next Enduro, which we'll be having. The next Enduro will be our Le Mans 24 hours. Definitely will be a very interesting event this year.
Sorry, mate.
So I'm just checking our calendar. Le Mans 24 hours is going to be run on Saturday the 19th to the 20th of June. Always a massive event. Featuring the LMP1H, the hybrid cars and the GTEs again come back. Could be the last year we see the GTE cars, as we're knowing that we're going to the GT3. Definitely here at Daytona next year. It looks like we'll be the LMP2s and the GT3 cars following the real life. Wouldn't it be good if we could get Project Cars 4 and
before
have
the
all
end of
these
the year?
features
That'd be great, yeah.
And prettied up and fixed up with all the bugs and improve and have the DPIs as well. Oh mate, it would be magic.
Yeah.
Having all the new classes that we've seen over the years being introduced around the world.
Yep.
All the range of the TCR cars that are now racing everywhere, every part of the world, every continent. Obviously it always comes down to licensing as well from the car manufacturers, but hey, even if they can make up a few that sounds a bit like some of the real life cars and have them look similar, it'd be awesome. Anyway, back to this with just under that 15-minute mark is where all the guys start getting that little bit of itchy feet, a little bit of nerves. They start getting that little feel or something's going wrong with the car, or what's that sound? If you're Sados, you'll be wanting another toothpick to be wedged under the eyelid. Or someone's either come out of the pits or had a spin by the sounds of that. I'm not too sure if it's one of those cars in front or just them coming out of the hairpin. He's doing a good job, Ski, though.
Yep.
I have to admit, things could have been a little bit better for you guys, but for your first event, it's been really good. Ski obviously ran the first event in the partnered. He was actually in the second car of the Coble Motorsports car.
Yep.
So he had some running there. He didn't do as good as what he thought he could have done, but at least he had a bit of experience around him. But now in this GTE car, he's been showing some good pace, doing the 44s at the moment. Well, Commander Cirrus is still trying to break lap records. It's 42.298. I think I just had to approve a message from Matty Seeking because he wanted he's misspelt the Ligier Nissan to looks a bit sounds a little bit. Well, you can read the chat anyway, but we know that it's meant Ligier Nissan. Put the words around the wrong way. So as there's some of the guys, it's great to see some of the stream, the guys watching the stream bringing up some nice helpful comments. They're looking at Darky's times. He's been doing the 44s for a while.
Whoa.
And they're wondering if he's obviously into fuel conservative mode now. Trying to get to the end without pitting. Can we just go to Darky, if you don't mind? We'll just have a look. So he's 26 minutes. So if he's got to come in for a splash and dash, he's likely to lose the lead of this motor race. So he's got to really think about this fuel conserving.
Close, isn't it?
Look at his throttle application. He's definitely on lean now because he's full throttle, but it's not showing up. So he's put it into lean.
3/4, yep.
Trying to get to the end. So this is, as we say, endurance racing.
Still on, isn't it?
It always comes down to that last 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's amazing how every event we've had, there's always something that gets thrown up. At this moment, we've got Sato chasing down. He's 14 seconds, almost getting under 14 seconds behind Simo. He's doing faster laps than Simo. It was 34.4 seconds last lap. He's basically throwing everything at it because this is his last chance. And here we go. He's the leader of the motor race of both classes in the same screenshot. Beautiful move by both of them, allowing a little bit of room there. Very professional. A lot of us have all raced together for quite a while now, and we all know everyone's abilities, where they can move, have faith in everyone, diving down the inside. Obviously we're in comms as well. We normally talk in that comms to let people know.
So that's 26 Corvette seconds between Darky and Cirrus. Now 27. There's 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds on the last lap. That's not enough time, is it?
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Not enough, but all the the Corvette team, the P51 SimSport teams, they're banding together. Even Weary Nights team members are all getting together and they're all saying, "Come on, Simo, in that LMP2, let's get that extra lap. Let's go to 38."
Yeah.
Because they know if they go to 38, that Porsche is gone. It's
gone.
Cactus, and the race will be Cirrus's. So yeah, definitely. I've had some time in the Porsche there. Matty's asking how much fuel per lap. I can't remember what it does, but I know for a fact that
2.9
in an hour session, Oh, I don't know, but in an hour session, mate, it's on limit of making that 1 hour. It really is. And that's when you're charging and you're not on lean at all. Like you're going, but you're also. I had to coast a few times. Like coming into the bus stop, I'd coast.
Yeah.
I'd be off the throttle. I'd be coasting into turn 1 as well. And that was just doing some times, just like racing, like doing lap after lap on a certain figure. And that got me through in the hour with probably a litre only. So there's no way if we go an extra lap, there's no way I can see Darky making the end of this motor race.
No. So that's 24 seconds. And he's got 15 litres. So even if he does,
I think, can we have a quick look at Weary Knight's fuel? I reckon there's some of the guys thinking that maybe Weary might get to the end, but I don't think so. You're looking at 3 litres a lap. How many laps do you reckon we've got? We've got 1 minute. They're doing 1 minute 35s.
So 5 laps.
5 laps. Oh, as the barriers go everywhere.
Maybe 6
right
laps.
in front of Weary. So 3 litres a lap. Oh, mate, that's cut by 12 litres now.
Yeah.
That's right on the limit.
He's running at lean as well, though. It's only 3/4 on the throttle input.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that good pickup too. Yeah, he's definitely in lean there. So he's been on there for a while because he knows he's got the gap between him and Dado. So he can probably actually coast into these into the bus stop as well and into turn 1 as well if he wanted to save that little bit of extra fuel. Going to be close though, but you know, as we've seen earlier, coming into a pit stop with only 0.1 of a litre mid-race, Weary definitely has his fuel numbers you know, done pretty well.
It's not going to matter for him though. He's sort of in third, and that's it. He's got 1 minute and 18 seconds to Dado in your car. So even if he has to do a quick splash and dash,
exactly.
it's not going to matter much.
No, we brought that up earlier. He's definitely got the ability to do that, but he may then fall a lap down too. It'd be good to finish the motor race actually on the same lap as well. That's also a little confidence booster as well to take away. So Nürburgren's still chasing down also Dado. He's not that. I don't think he's that far away. About 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
Timings are correct. Yeah. But I think Darky's going to make it by the looks of this. It's going to be close, but it's looking pretty good. And while we're just getting near the end here, Huds, we're just going to see if we can just get up that the timings again, just to see the penalties. We run through. Nothing has really changed. Eski's got 1 second. He got that in, and Weary Knight with a 2 second. Nürburgren 2. Darky's still 2. So Sirius still got the 4 second. And Lolux 2. So nothing to really affect other than the battle for the lead of the GTE class, if it can come down to that. You can really see him really off that throttle now. Look, he's just taking it nice and easy. Whereas we've got the chaser here. That spin into turn 1 was really costly for Cirrus when he was really, really on the limit, breaking the lap record the lap before that. So he was pushing those tyres to the limit too. They were already wearing out.
What do you reckon that would cost him? 7, 8, 9 seconds?
Oh, easy, because he also got punted there also by Nürburgren as well.
That's right,
so
probably 10 seconds.
By the time he gets composure and gets back again, yeah, definitely.
10 litres left. Oh.
Yeah, no, he should be right. 5 minutes. He should get there. It's going to be close though still, especially if it goes that extra lap. We don't know. Simo's still going hard. I'm sure he is. He's actually 35, so it's going to be hard to tell because his teammate Highlander was about 6 seconds short in session 1 to go that extra lap. I just don't know what sort of pace Simo's been doing constantly throughout the session. But all sorts of records are being broken right here in 2021. The 4th run-in of ANZCRL Combined Racing League's Daytona 24 Hours has run in fairly clear and cloudy skies.
Look at he ain't got much fuel left.
Nah, see, that's it. It's very hard to see if he's going to make it. He'll probably only be doing. He probably will. He's got 2.5, but that's going to give him 2 laps.
Yeah, I can't see that.
And there's going to be more. There's going to be an extra lap. Well, not an extra lap, but he's going to have to do at least those 2 laps. So I think he's going to have to come in for a splash and dash. But as we know, he's got the time. He can do that.
Yeah.
So Dado, see Nürburger is just there. You can see the headlights blaring. He's got a GTE car between him and Dado. Now, this is a battle for 4th position. There goes Ski, giving him plenty of room. Look, Dado's slowing too. What's the fuel load on Dado's car? If we quickly just jump on there and then come back. Oh no, he's got the fuel. And we go back to Nürburger, seeing him chasing him down.
He's pushing hard.
Oh, very hard. Hold on, people.
Yeah.
Jeez, if that didn't get you putting your hands on the armrest, I don't know what will. Bit of a ride on the wild side. And we may just go back to the camera, the trackside camera again.
Yep.
As we're still looking, Commander Cirrus is just constantly 2 seconds faster than Darky each lap, getting closer and closer. Dark Racing 5.6 litres. He's going to make it.
Yeah.
Even if it goes an extra lap, she's probably going to just have enough. It's going to be touch and go though. Of all I ever say, though, Commander Cirrus is still going. So we'll just have a look where Simo is right at this moment, because at the moment we're on that 37 lap. He's going to do it. He's going to get onto lap 38. He's coming into the Western Horseshoe. So Sato's got enough fuel. Weary Knight, how's he going for that fuel? He's in this lap. He's in this lap.
Here he comes.
He's turned the fuel back up again because he knows he's going to pit. He's got that time over Dado. But the big question is can Dado hold off Nürburger? They're separated by 2 seconds. This is the battle. Oh, Sato's had an off, someone said. You didn't see that. Obviously he's had an off because he was a little bit closer, but he's dropped some time, so he's okay. So Simo's definitely going to be putting on another lap here.
Oh, they're both pushing hard here.
So where is in for that pit stop?
Oh.
We just go to the track camera too, mate, please. So Simo's on his 38th lap. Oh, as he's giving a little hurry up, Dado.
Got him.
Bump and run. That's not too bad. He's going to let him go though. He's playing fair by the rules. We don't like to see the bump and runs. I think it's only a matter of time though. I think Nürburger, he's got that grip between his teeth. And his number 11 K-Max Motorsport team. Metal Drive 05 cheering him on, and the crew. One of the only cars that have run that name and that livery every single event here in the Daytona 24. It's never missed a race. The number 11 K-Max. He's actually just, well, he's got the run on. There he goes. We'll just stay on this to see how we go, and then we might be able to switch down to Simo just to see if they make this move. This is a telling point for 4th position, people. Oh, is that the end of the race? I think they've got to still go.
No.
We go to Simo. Simo's still going. They've got another lap. They're thinking that was it. So here goes Simo to take victory of the Daytona 24 Hours. Him and Logical Sports in the air. Number 3, NVRR Motorsport Racing Team. Congratulations.
Well
Sensational job. Breaking lap records, left, right and centre. And here comes Dark Racing. He's still coming around. He's line to turn with his teammate. This is going to be a good formation finish. But we might just quickly see about this Nürburgring and Dado race.
Cirrus is right there. 7 seconds.
Where's Cirrus?
6 seconds just behind him.
Oh, here we go. So where we're at to here on the track at the moment, this is coming on to going towards the bus stop. Will we see the impossible happen? He's trying to cut the track as short as he can. Anything he can do to try and get Darky. He knows Darky's on fuel conserve, but he's got the Darky's teammate in between him. You think that that's going to be team, and as you can see, the battle behind too with Nürburgring and Dado. I think Darky's got this. It's going to be close though for Darky. Here he comes. We'll keep on him. He's going to run out. Is he going to do a champion?
He's going to run out. He's gone.
He's run out. Here we go. We've got the victory coming from Commander Cirrus in the GTE class. The P1 go to the Cirrus. There we go. What a victory from the P51
well
Sim
done,
Sports
son.
GT team.
Great work.
Just what we
Unlucky
thought
Darky.
might have happened. Will Darky actually finish the race? That's the question. He's rolling. He's on clutch. He's willing it to finish. There he is. Is he going to get there?
Just got it.
Just.
Second. Unlucky, mate.
Unbelievable.
What a finish.
You never know what's going to happen.
What a finish.
That is unbelievable. So, this is going to take forever to recap, but we have seen the most laps running with a 1 hour session with 38 laps from Simo Racing 4, who's taken victory with his fellow teammate, Highlander, 1777. I think I said Logical Sports in the telecast, but they have both taken victory into the 2021 Daytona 24 Hours. The Sado coming in second, 29 seconds off the lead. Sensational effort with all the incidents and things that he's had to come through to get that point. And Weary Knight rounding out the podium for the the LMP2 class for the P51 Sim Sport team. Now the big thing is Commander Cirrus taking victory from the Porsche racing team, who ran out of fuel and had to clutch it all the way through to the finish line to take second. But Commander Cirrus and his teammate Jetto 13, congratulations on an outstanding victory. What a race it's been. And Huds, you guys are on the podium. You better get up there and taste that champagne, make you ski. You've done a tremendous job. Outstanding for your first endurance race, mate. I'm sure you've enjoyed it.
Yep.
But what was the time there we've got? I know that Dark Racing had to coast through probably, 12 seconds or something was the difference there. But not
seconds.
pitting.
Yep.
Not pitting has cost the Porsche team. That extra lap cost the Porsche team that Simo Racing done. So I'm sure that maybe those guys aren't on their Christmas card list at all, the NVRR motorsport teams. Yeah, that was an unbelievable 2021 edition of the Le Mans 24 Hours.
What a finish.
I'm Woody Lizard. We have Huds here. Thank you so much for your camera work, Huds. Excellent bringing that to the people. I'm sure everyone watching thoroughly enjoyed that last hour. We had so much going on. Fuel strategies, the new introduction that we introduced this year, where we collected the fuel amounts that finished in each session, and that's the fuel load that they had to start the next session on instead of just everyone on full fuel, has definitely made this race something special and added an extra element to these special events that we run throughout the year at ANZCRL Combined Racing League. All right. So until next time, we have got obviously the endurance series coming up on next Saturday night. A side series, 3-hour racing. That'll be broadcasted here on Twitch as well for if you wanted to watch from around, I don't know, 7 o'clock. It's on our website, which you can go to at ANZCRL crl.weebly.com or find us on Facebook, and all the information's there. Come and join us. Good bunch of blokes, love a good time, and always trying to improve everyone's abilities to give you this good quality of racing.
Yeah, here.
We'll wrap that up. I'll get that screenshot. And until next weekend, guys, cheerio, be safe, enjoy the rest of the Sunday afternoon and evening, and I'm sure there's going to be some very big celebrations for the NVRR crew and also the P51 SimSport team. Congratulations, guys.
Well done, guys.
See you later.
See you, folks.